Today we are to make the very famous and popular British cake Victoria Sponge. The Victoria Sponge is also called the Victoria Sandwich because the cake is sandwiched together with raspberry jam. But before we set out to begin cooking, we will tell you the history of the cake.
First of all, the cake became popular during the reign of Queen Victoria, who was the Queen of the United Kingdom from 1837. The cake is named after her and became a traditional serving to tea parties, which developed in England during the 18th century. Anna, the Duchess of Bedford, was one of Queen Victoria's assistants who helped and worked for the Queen. Actually, Anna is the creator of tea time. Because of the fact that the noon meal had become smaller, Anna was feeling hungry in the afternoon, and therefore she started to sneak some tea and breadstuffs into her dressing room.
Anna began to invite friends to join her for an afternoon meal at 5 o'clock. The menu consists of cakes, sandwiches, sweets and tea. This practice of inviting friends to come for tea in the afternoon inspired other social hostesses.
Queen Victoria adopted the tea parties in order to follow the new trend. The cake Victoria Sponge was one of the Queen's favorites. This afternoon tradition became known as tea time. As a matter of fact, the Queen adored cake, and accordingly she gave name to the finest of all the sponges, the Victoria Sponge.
When tea time was born, Victoria Sponge was created as the children's tea time treat. It wasn't until later that the Victoria Sponge became popular among the adults.
Today, the cake is still served in most tea rooms in England and is ranked as one of the 10 most famous and delicious British cakes. We believe that the cake has an important history, but still we want to find out if the cake is as tasty as Victoria and most Britons think. Therefore, we are now going to make the cake.
Now I will present the cake recipe. We use 225 gram butter. Then we have 4 medium eggs. Then we use vanilla extract. We use 225 gram self-raising flour. We have some milk to loosen the mixture. Another ingredient is raspberry jam. We also make some whipped cream with vanilla sugar. To serving, we will decorate the cake with blueberry and strawberry.
Now we are ready to begin the baking procedure. At first, we preheat the oven to 180 Celsius degrees. Now we have lined 2 bake tins with baking paper. Now we cream the butter and the sugar together in a bowl until it looks pale and fluffy. Now I prepare 225 gram butter. Now we mix the butter and the sugar together. Now we beat in the eggs separately. Of course, it is important to blend the ingredients. Then we fold the flour into the mixture. Again, we blend the ingredients together, and the purpose is to create a batter with a soft dropping consistency. The mixture is a little bit too dry, so we add some extra milk. It will loosen it up. So far, so good. Now the ingredients are mixed and we are ready to divide the mixture between the cake tins and gently spread it out. It has a soft dropping consistency. It looks like 2 sandwich parts. Now we put the cake tins into the oven both of them, of course. And then we bake the cake for 20 to 25 minutes or until they are golden brown on top. The cake is in the oven and therefore we will prepare the whipped cream, which we will use to decorate the cake. It has to be blended very thoroughly. We add a little bit vanilla cream in order to make the taste more sweet. We also prepare the fresh berries. Now the cake has been baked for 20 minutes and it is cooked. Therefore we remove the tins from the oven and let the cake cool down for 5 minutes. Now the cake has cooled down and we remove the cake from the tins. It looks very delicious. They actually look like two sandwich parts. We place the cake in the tins again. Now we sandwich the cakes together with raspberry jam. So this raspberry jam is going to be in the middle of the cake. We place the other part on the top. We decorate the top with our whipped cream. On the top of the cake we will create the Union Jack out of fresh blueberries and strawberries. The process is doing really well. So now we have created the Union Jack and the cake looks stunning.
We are ready to serve it tomorrow. You should look forward to taste it.